This is how you can lose weight without counting calories. Now, I will warn you, this is a boring method of doing things, and if you don't like doing that, this probably might not work too well for you. But with that being said, it doesn't hurt to give it a try because the overall idea still remains the same. Before we get into that, I've been a personal trainer for over 7 years. I am a health coach, and I focus a lot on ADHD, anxiety, and depression when I'm health coaching people. I health coach that population a lot. And it's because we go about things a different way. Now that we're going away from that, the reason why I like the idea of how to lose weight without counting calories is because it really helps on executive function. You don't have to now count every little thing. You don't have to get anxious about counting everything and overdoing stuff and all that good jazz, because now it's going to be consistent, to where you're not focusing on the numbers as much, is what I meant. Not necessarily consistent, but eventually you can be relatively consistent. But sometimes our viewpoint can gauge the numbers. Now, I always suggest a 3-day food log in the beginning so you can get an idea of measurements in itself. I like to use measuring cups and utensils, but you can also use your hands. So when it comes to measuring, making sure it's an even, flat thing on the cup is going to be helpful to see those calories. It's not always calories in, calories out, because there is a thermic effect and there is NEAT involved. That being said, that is what we're going to be using for our means of trying to lose weight without counting calories. And so to do this, I like to experiment by starting off by eating similar foods each day, to where I'll have the same exact meals each day. And this is the boring part. That is why I mentioned it. And so I measure the things out. If you want, you can weigh it, but that's just another step, and that doesn't work for my executive function. I've got ADHD, so there is a huge dysfunction there, and it doesn't work long-term for me. That's why I said I recommend a 3-day food log if you're going to do it, to where you count the calories, the protein, the fiber, and the amount of fruits and veggies you're getting in a day. But that is not a long-term solution. And that's just to gauge different things. But getting back into it, you're going to start to see the portions that work for you, because it's experimentation at this point, right? So you start to look at those portions, and then you can make them smaller or bigger based off of your needs. And you just start one by one. Oh, I'll make it bigger on this food. Now, when you're talking about making the portions bigger, we want to focus on the satiating foods first to make bigger, because it's all about adding rather than subtracting. You can make your thermic effect higher by adding more fiber, adding more protein. Thermic effect. This is not exactly how it works, so don't get on me about it too much. But take into account you're eating 1,800 calories. Let's say 1,800 calories is from higher thermic effect foods compared to lower thermic effect foods. You might end up having an extra 200 calories less from the higher thermic effect foods because of the way your body has to utilize energy in order to break down those foods. Higher thermic effect foods include fiber and protein. Those are going to be the two highest ones there. And that is why I like to focus on that in the big three. You have your fiber, your protein, and your vitamins and minerals. Fiber is technically a micronutrient and can be classified in that vitamins and minerals area. But micronutrients are nice too to make you feel better. So increasing the fiber, increasing the protein to what your doctor will allow you to do, because some people with gastric distress and other disorders might not tolerate fiber well, but protein can be. This isn't medical advice, so stick with me here. So that's where you can increase your thermic effect. The other thing is to increase your NEAT. So this is non-exercise based movements. And this is essentially allowing you to burn calories throughout the day without specific exercise movements. All this means is maybe you're walking a little bit more to get from place to place, you're taking the stairs, you're moving throughout your day at work a little bit more, stuff like this. It's a culmination, right? So this is going to allow you to burn more calories. And these are different ways to adjust it, but I wouldn't go overboard with each one. I would slowly, gradually get into each thing. Protein and fiber, increasing that's overall going to help you feel more satiated anyway, to where your appetite will be less. In the long term, it takes a moment too. And if you instantly increase your fiber, you're going to be on the toilet for a hot minute. So slow and gradual on those things, but increasing that protein intake can overall make you feel fuller for longer too, which is helpful. So those are methods you can use to lose weight without counting your calories long term. You can count your calories in the beginning to just get an idea of how much each food is going, but that doesn't have to be it. It does get boring at first, but once you identify what you can have, you start to incorporate more various meals and see the adjustments accordingly. And you can also see how much is going into the sauces, the oils, and all that stuff, which has calories in it, and we just don't take that into account. Gum also has calories. So it's kind of just like, oh, okay, let's see what's going on. Let's give and take. Let's experiment. I like to experiment. And I find that is a way that benefits me and a lot of my clients who have something about counting calories. All right, so thank you for joining. Please like, subscribe, and share this channel to really help spread the message I'm trying to get out there, trying to help as many people as I can improve their health and fitness habits, especially us ADHDers who have a harder time. Message me, discoveryadmin@vitalu.org is the email you can message it to if you'd like to set up a free consultation. Have a great one.